Right guys, look who we've got. Well, first of all, welcome back to Every Day with me, Nick. We've got a guy that has come all the way from, it's Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not Austria.
Australia.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, excuse my my accent. We've got David from Tree Change Farmer.
That's it.
There we go. So everybody, say hi, give him some love. What are you doing over here, David?
Well, it's a long and short story. Yeah, come closer, come closer.
Yeah, let's bring it in.
Yeah,
Come on.
Here we go.
There we go. That's better. Right, there we go. We want you all to see and hear what we've got to say. I did have the splitter in, but you know, I'd rather have David in. There we go. We're on a bit of a wonk there, David. We were just on about camera angles, weren't we?
Yeah, we've been talking about cameras and different things. So why am I here? Well, this is a bit of a, I don't know, trip of a lifetime, I guess. Both my wife, who's back in the car there, out of the cold. What's with this cold weather? I mean,
this is warm, David.
I think I left Australia and it was about 33 degrees or something, and then we got off the plane, it was like 8 or something. But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah, that's right.
But
yeah.
yeah, both my wife and I worked and lived over here in the 80s, so it was a bit of a.
That was a crazy time or a good time?
It was a good time. Yeah, I was actually used to race motorcycles in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
So I spent
nice.
a year on the European circuit racing bikes, and in my spare time I was actually in a motorcycle circus. We used to jump cars and do stupid things. But when you were 20 years old in those days, you did lots of stupid things. So we thought we would come back and revisit some of the places we went to, and we've just retired. So I've just retired about a month ago. So right. I have a sign business amongst other things in Australia. I was a teacher for many years as well. So yeah, it's just a bit of a sort of a wind down type of trip, and I am on YouTube as well, and I thought I'd try and catch up with, especially for you. I was actually down in Spain, and I worked out that I was very close to another YouTuber that I watch, which is Ian and Julie from Homesteading Uncontained.
Yes.
And I worked out that I was only about 100 and something kilometres from them, but I couldn't get to see them.
Oh, right.
But that's okay. But then I was coming up here and I thought, well, we'd make contact and see if we could catch up.
That's fantastic.
And yeah, I do watch a lot of YouTube channels, but there's particular ones that I like. I got to say, I don't really like a lot of the channels that are really over the top or have really clickbait type titles, you know.
Yeah.
Like I thought, you know, if you had something like Naked and Alive in a forest or something, you could get 1 million hits and whatever. But I like your channel. I've watched your channel. We were just talking earlier,
YouTube, yeah.
and I think we were. I first connected with your channel over the Chinese mini diggers, because you had just ordered yours and it had turned up.
Yep.
And I was in the market looking for one, and I think quite a lot of other people have sort of gone down the same road, haven't they?
Absolutely. The Chinese digger was obviously the hit from our channel. You know, there's no two ways about it. We had the kinetic splitter that was first, but then the mini digger, the Chinese mini digger, was the next thing.
Yeah.
And you know, yourself was in the market. Ian and Julie, they reached out to me as well, said, how did you go about it? So that was the pinnacle of every kind of relationship I've got with you on YouTube. It's been through the mini digger almost.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's I again, recently, like within like the last 6-7 months, you know, YouTube's took a little bit of a down for me. I've not been crazy content creating or watching it as much because I've got so much going on at home, work wise, and my other job. Trust the wind to make a noise. That's the other thing about the DJI that's better. It's got noise cancelling as well for wind. Okay. Anyway, we're going off track, and you know, and it's great to see YouTube creators. I've met 2 or 3 now, so you're the 3rd, I think. So it's great that David could come from Australia, guys, which is on the other side of the world to me, almost.
Well, we actually measured it just when we were up the road, and it came out to be about just under 19,000 kilometres, which is about 11,000 miles or something.
That's
so
crazy.
It's
That's
a fair
crazy.
way, yeah. But listen, what I did like about your channel is watching the progress, because when you started up in your original yard there, and you used to get out and get your clobber off in the sunshine with an axe, and you were just sort of splitting wood with an axe, and then that progressed, and then you got your first tractor going, and then you bought this, and then that progressed, and then you built your your shed around your
around the sort of Frontier OS 27,
around the OS, and then it sort of progressed from there. And now you're in this very upmarket place, and I would have to say to the viewers,
you're upscaling it too much.
Yeah, I'm probably upselling it a bit. But you know, the potential for this is great where you are here.
So David obviously has never met me in person, never seen. So behind us there's a wall that's going to be turned back into a workshop for the sawmill, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be sawmill and storage over there. All this tree line here has got to go, and then this, and up to that tree line there, that's my boundary, and then all this has got to go back there. So I've got 1.5 acres to deal with. But I'm one person, and you know, it's not done overnight, guys. You know, we can't do everything on our own. You know that. You know, when it comes to machine work and DIY, sometimes it's too much, isn't it? You know, and it's you know, I've got all these trees to clear, and yeah, fair enough, it'll go for firewood, but yeah. But David, was what I'm going to go back to. I watch other people's channels who are genuine as well, you know, and that's what you were saying there, like. We don't put out these extravagant pictures on the thumbnails that gets everybody clicking in. We don't have these yoga pants girls. We don't have semi-naked thumbnails and everything else like that. It's what we are doing in everyday life that we're capturing for you guys to see. You know, and not everybody wants to see that. Truly, they don't. But you know what? I don't have a hat on, but I'm going to take my hood. Look, there we go. I'm going to take my hood off to anyone who comes by and keeps up with the progress that I'm making, that yourself's making, you know, and many other YouTubers out there. I could speak about many people. Some people have great content, and some people just have, like what I do, average content that I feel like sharing.
You know, it's funny. There are some YouTube channels that I started watching because they had a lot of subscribers, and there was one guy, I won't mention his name, that was in the States, and he had 890,000 subscribers, and then I was looking at the number of people that actually watched the content, and it was like 9,000 views per video. I'm thinking, well,
so
how can you have all of these? Well, 1%. How can you have all of these viewers and nobody watches the content? So I'm quite happy. I don't have as many viewers as you. You're a big famous person, and I sometimes wonder whether it's the Australian accent, whether people don't understand what I'm saying. You know that
I understand what you're saying.
Oh well, that's good. Yeah.
And I'm the weirdest talking guy you probably talked to.
Well, we're all descendants from the UK originally. We're all sort of convicts. Yeah.
Oh, of course, yes. So Australia was the jail for UK, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Back in the day. But no, honestly, I mean, like coming this far over, I mean, how's the areas that you visited changed from the 80s massively? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it has.
It must be scary that what you remember and what you've gone back to.
Yeah, well, I had friends in the 80s that lived in Brixton Hill, in London, and in the 80s that was massive riots and fires and everything up there.
I wasn't alive then, but I know of the history.
No? Yeah,
no, I'm not that old, David. I'm sorry.
I was only just for it anyway. But yeah, it was one thing I've noticed coming back is how close everything is together, because you get or you look at a map and you go, oh, well, that's one side of England to the other, but you can drive there in a couple of hours, where all our major cities, say in Australia, whether it be Melbourne, Sydney and then Brisbane, they're all sort of 600 or 700 miles apart.
Yeah.
So you can drive all day and get to the next city.
Absolutely, yes.
And I run into a lot of people. So I'm based in the Hunter Valley, which is New South Wales, which is strangely enough is near Newcastle.
I know, it's crazy.
And when we were coming down the road here, we could see all these signs: Newcastle, Hexham, Islington, all these places, and they're exactly where we are. All have exactly the same place names, which is weird, isn't it?
Isn't it just absolutely crazy, bizarre?
And we have a lot of people that come over, obviously European and English people that come over to Australia, and they are just mind blown with the distances. They go, oh, you know, can I go to Uluru, which used to be called Ayers Rock, can I go there for lunch from Melbourne? And go, well, like it's a 5-day drive, you know, it's a serious distance you have to go. So yeah, so that's the difference. And I don't know about this weather, mate. I mean, Bloody
You've
hell.
literally took a bad day to come here.
I've been watching your videos, and I have seen a couple of the days where
We had some-
there I could see blue sky.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but there's nothing there yet.
So yeah,
you know.
we're in the fall time now, or autumn as such. You know, it's September. Well, it's actually it's October tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's October tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you know, that's it now. We have a plant here. I'm sure, I don't know if you guys have it over there. We call it fireweed. Do you have fireweed over there?
Similar,
It's like
yep.
a pink flower.
Yeah.
And once we see that them leaves die off, we know that's it. It's game over. You know, I watch a lot of Alaskan stuff. Once they see that go off, they know the snow's coming within weeks. So we haven't got snow, but we know the weather's changing.
Yeah.
David, what about your channel? What can you tell me that's coming up, or you expect something in your retirement days now? We can look forward to.
Well, in the last couple of videos I've just been working on, so I've got this big shed, and I've just been putting some rusty iron, corrugated iron in it, and I've just done some recycled pallet timber walls in there.
Easy, nice effect.
Because I was sort of in the signage business for many years, I've collected old motor garage sign and things like that, and old neon signs. So that's going to be sort of like the retreat, the man cave type thing. I've just put my big telly in there, and I've got the Wi-Fi connected to the shed. I've got a lot of old projects of cars that I've half completed that I want to get finished as well. But I had to actually think ahead a bit, because we've been away on the road already for over a month.
Yes, yeah.
So I've had videos that have been sort of stored or waiting to be published on YouTube, and I think the last one I did came out yesterday or 2 days ago. So that'll be it. When I go home, I'm probably haven't got much to do for a couple of weeks.
Well,
so,
you know, you can procrastinate of what you want to do then. You know, you can say, well, we'll do this, we'll do that. You know, and go, and you know, because that's the problem with YouTube sometimes. I was just talking about it. So, like, everybody likes watching the Chinese mini diggers, but you can be too stale with the videos. Like I was just telling you in there, I could go do an 8-hour day on the digger, which you're not meant to, and I've been advised it is not a commercial vehicle, a machine to operate for 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's just a DIY homeowner thing. But you know, I haven't got time to be getting off the machine, redoing the angles, or finding a better shot and putting it on the boom and doing all these nice shots. I just don't have the time when I'm getting paid for that job. And you know, the stale videos can become stale. You know, I could do a splitting video every day. It's just not what people want.
Yeah.
Like it's too much all the time. But I've got lots of stuff coming up. You've seen some stuff that's coming up as well, which I
very super secret, and
not super
my lips are sealed. I have seen it, so yeah, you have to stay watching and see what.
So
comes
one of them is the kiln. We've got the kiln up and running, and well, it's not running as yet, but I'm just filling them. I've got maybe another cage to go, and then we can get that on. So I'll get you filmed on that. But there's another thing that needs working on. We've got the HD38, which you've seen as well, and it's it's a mess in the shed.
And again, this is like a huge jump from where you started, isn't it? Like you think back, and it's not that long ago, probably only 2 years or 2.5 years, something like that.
So yeah, 2.5 years ago, I think I got the OS 27, the Frontier OS 27.
So it's you know, it's just it's terrific that you've
I had a dream though. You know,
about me, or
of course I always I had a dream about David. That seems a bit bad, don't it? But you know, no, I think if you have to have a vision, you have to have a dream, you have to have goals in life. And for me, I just want to give something to the, you know, paying people that they're not getting ripped off.
Yeah.
Like my firewood is bottom dollar compared to everybody else's, and I've even kiln drying it's bottom dollar. But I just want to give to people genuinely. You know, like there you go. You can still get a product that's cheap enough to buy.
Yeah.
Without exploiting them.
Yeah.
And I've been brought up on good values like that.
Yeah.
You know, my dad, bless him, he's not doing very well at the moment. He's in hospital. He's really bad. But you know, he's taught me everything in life, and he's 84. So he's taught me old school, genuine values, and it certainly. I'm trying to give that out as well, like to everybody else.
And I actually believe in karma. I don't know if you believe in karma, but
sometimes
I think, you know, if you do the right thing by people, then people will do the right thing by you.
Having said
that, we were talking about Chinese mini diggers, And I really have to sort of sit down and have a big cup of tea or something every time I put a mini digger video up, because I just know the barrage of comments that you get from people.
Yeah.
They're just going, what a load of crap, why did you buy that? You
Chinese
know?
junk, yeah.
And I mentioned once in one of my videos, I said, oh, you know, my digger's done 35 hours or something, and some bloke said, oh, well, I do that every day of the week, I do 35 hours on mine every day, and so, okay.
Yeah.
But it's just, I guess what people don't understand with that sort of equipment is it's really only built for a purpose, and if you reach the extreme of what you can use it for or overwork it, then it's not going to last.
No,
but,
absolutely.
You know, but I'm happy with mine. So mine is obviously a Chinese mini digger, and
do you want to give it a shout out?
well, it's a UHI, which is an Australian imported. It's very similar to a rhinoceros type of digger. It's got the 3-cylinder Yanmar, 1.2 ton weight, and I've had it for about 3 years, and the only thing I've done for people that watch my channel is I've replaced a seal in one of the rear drive motors, and that's all. But I know the limits. Like if the ground's too hard, if I've got to go too deep or whatever, then I don't do it. I sort of know where my limits are.
Right, okay.
On what I do.
So I'm different to you. I have pushed that to the extreme. I have tried to really break it, and I have broke it.
Yeah,
I broke the carriage twice. You know, I've had to replace and regrind the bucket teeth because they've just not been sharp enough.
Yeah.
You know, I have really pushed my 1 ton. One cylinder. No, I'm not. No, I'm not telling the name because we don't like the name.
No, we can't say the name.
No, damn you, the name of the machine. They did me wrong. But you know, this is the gamble you pay.
It is, yeah.
When you get them
machines. But I say to people, listen, and my machine in Australia was about $16,000. So let's say £8,000. Now for £8,000 or $16,000 where I am, I couldn't have bought anything similar in any other brand. So if I would have gone and bought say a Cat 351, I think they are the same sort of little machines, or 306 or whatever they are, then that would have it's exactly double. So I would have had to pay 32,000 or 16,000 pound for a name brand machine.
And would that be new?
That'd be new, yeah.
Okay,
but people got to realise that now a lot of these machines are being off-licensed, that they're being built, you know, they're not built in America or they're built in Europe. Most of them are being built in Korea or still being manufactured in China. And
global parts, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a genuine country-specific machine anymore, is it?
Yeah. But it is a problem. But, you know, for me, I'm happy with what I've spent on it. And every job I do, I go, well, that if I had to hire somebody to come in to dig a trench that was 300 foot long, that'd cost me $5,000 or something, and I can take that off the price of what I've paid. So I've worked it out, you know, well within the 3 years of owning the machinery, that I've more than paid for the purchase price.
Excellent.
And it's not as if, well, maybe not your machine, we'll talk about, but my machine, I could still sell it now, and I could still probably get £6,000 to £7,000 for it.
So what's that, 60 to 70% retail of what it is?
Yeah,
fantastic.
After 3 years.
Yeah,
so,
I don't mind.
But I wouldn't suggest people go out and buy something like that and go, oh, you know, I might need it one day, I'll just put it in the back of the shed.
Yeah.
You know, you buy it for a purpose, you use it for what it is.
Yep.
And I've just about finished a lot of my projects around the farm, so I'm sort of toying up the idea now, do I really need to keep it? Maybe I'll move it on and then put the money into something else. I'd like to actually get a wood splitter, but where I am, I don't really have access to the logs. I suppose I could buy them in,
right,
and do it, but that would probably certainly help my viewer count maybe a little bit if I diversified, because I look at some of the stuff, you know, go, oh, look at all the videos that you've got in your list, and oh, that wasn't too good, that didn't get me nuts, you know. So I'm thinking, well, but again, I'm happy now just doing stuff I want to do. I don't chase. Is that sun?
No, it's the liquid gold, it's liquid rain.
It's sleeting, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. It's not very good. But guys, it's an absolute pleasure to have David here. He did keep it. You've kept in touch, haven't you? And you said, you know, you did say you were going to come over.
Yeah. And
here he is in my wood yard. It's just absolutely mind blowing that somebody from the other side of the world is here. It's genuinely I'm humbled, really am. So thank you, David.
It's good to see you. Yeah,
No, it
good
really
to see
is.
you, Nick.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's great because, you know, again, YouTube is a fantastic place. I was just saying this earlier. You just saying about talking to the camera, you feel a bit weird, you feel a bit
Yeah,
alien.
you
But you
do,
know
yeah.
what, guys? I look forward to seeing the camera because I know that when I put this video up, eventually, you know, you guys are going to be there with me, whoever watches, and I don't care if I get 100 views or 100,000 views.
Yeah. And like,
I'm
it's
here.
Like there's no one behind the camera there. There's
no
no one there.
there's no
I can see.
Let's,
there's a few
I'll
weeds.
take-
I've got to be honest.
Yeah, let's just do
But you can imagine if there are 100,000 people sitting there watching back. But
So what I'm going to do here, David,
Yeah.
I'm going to do a selfie video. So hi, David, we're on. So there we go, right?
There we
So
are.
there's us there. So there's literally no one, and just the camera. So I'm going to stitch that in. I'm taking my GoPro,
Oh,
well, not my
okay.
GoPro. I'm taking my video skills a little bit extra now.
Oh, there you go.
I know, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, there's no one here, guys, and it's just us feeling,
cold.
you know. Us feeling the community when we're
Oh,
behind
yes,
the camera,
yeah,
or in
yeah.
front of the camera,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
So, no, it's great to have you here. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for reaching out and coming down here. I'm just finalising merch.
Oh yeah.
I've not said anything on the
Yeah.
channel because it's a,
Well,
it's a
no,
big thing,
that's
isn't
the
it?
reason. You asked me right at the start, why am I here?
Yeah.
And the reason I'm here is I've brought a T-shirt about 19,000 kilometres all the way from Australia
Absolutely
to give to you.
fantastic.
Now you did
Thank you.
order a small, is that right?
Well, maybe
don't
it's
know.
at the cuff of the wrist,
Might have to
maybe.
get it out and just stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah, no, I haven't been saying anything on the channel. I've dealt with logo issues and the brand and everything else like that. I don't know which way to go. My business name's Wavy Wood Sawmill, but my YouTube channel's Everyday with me, Nick. So I'm trying to integrate the two together.
Yeah.
But I think we're just about there with it now. I've been working with a designer. It's been a struggle to really nail something down that's like bespoke to me, you know. And I could just do writing, but I don't want to. And you know, I want to make it so it's good. But once I'm
Yeah.
done, David, you are definitely going to have one since 19,000 kilometres.
Well, you can bring it. You can bring
Oh,
it. Bring the
I'd love
family
to.
over.
I'd
yeah.
love to. I
Actually,
really
everybody
would.
we talk to here, they go, "Oh, I always wanted to go to Australia, but how far is it? You know, like
no.
how long does it take?" And I said, "Well, if you want to survive like 30-something hours in an aeroplane,
No problem.
It's a great place to visit." But
So,
you know,
I
yeah.
actually signed up for an emigration to Australia work thing.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
A few years ago.
I put the red X through that one. I said, not wanted.
No, Nick, not wanted. I was accepted. I was accepted to go before we had the kids. Yeah. And COVID hit.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Australia. If it was North America or Alaska, I would have been. See you later.
Yeah.
Honest, that's my dream. That's my
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
That's where I'd like to be.
Yeah.
But no, genuinely, thank you very much. It is cold, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But a big shout out to all the other YouTubers. I mentioned Ian and Julie.
Yeah,
also Jerry
Get 'em out.
Bigelow.
Oh,
Now,
Jerry
I-
Bowmay from Bigelow Woodcraft. We've
Yeah.
got to get that right because I always call him Jerry Bigelow as well.
Well, and I was commenting with Jerry when he had his knee done, because I've also had my left knee replacement done early this year.
Okay.
And
How's
I
that
think,
going?
It's good, yeah.
They must have took some length out of there. He walks a little bit, but no.
But yeah, Jerry had his knee done, I think about 4 weeks after I had mine done,
I
but
did see
Jerry's
them
just
comments.
a powerhouse. I mean, the guy's just a machine, but I'm hoping you're well, Jerry, with your knee. Mine was actually sore when I came over a month ago, but we added up in the first 2 weeks. We walked something like just under 100 miles in 14 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's been great now. So it's
Do you reckon it's loosened it up? And
yeah, I
it's-
think so.
it's
Or
done?
worn it out, one of the two. I don't know.
So-
And also Mike from Dynamite Diggers. Do you
Oh,
remember Mike?
yeah. I
Down in
watched
New
his
Zealand,
channel.
yeah.
I watched the channel.
We both got together and you were doing a thing on splitting wood one day. You're behind some bloke's house, I think, when you had the big white van. And he
yes.
said, "Oh,
yeah.
if you load that up, can you drop a load off at my place?" And Mike
Are
said,
you
"Yeah,
gonna
yeah."
Are you going to take that? Are you going to take that with you back to back? Because I'm sure Australia is next to New Zealand. I know it's not, guys. I know it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you? I haven't seen much of Dynamite much recently.
No.
I know he was doing a lot of like charity help work, wasn't
That's
he?
right, yeah. After they had big storms and stuff, and he was going up there with his digger and helping out. And I've been in contact with Mike, and I hope Mike's watching this. And I did contact him, and we are planning on doing a trip over to New Zealand, and I am going to catch up with him over there.
Are you going to try and help him out in his efforts, or is he still?
No, I think that project is finished
now. Right?
Yeah.
So Mike did win one of the giveaways. Now it's so hard to get stuff to New Zealand for me, especially with it having a battery in it.
Yeah.
Oh, the laws, it's crazy. So I can't ship it with a lithium battery in.
Okay.
Right? I don't know, because you won the Seika quick coupling, didn't you?
I did.
And you got that, and do you use it still?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I do.
It's on
as
the
well.
grease gun, and it's pride of place.
Yeah, I think it's
and
a
I've
great
written
little
Nick
thing.
on it in texture as well.
Well, we've got to thank Seika for that. But Mike did win the polisher on the giveaway. Now, I can't get it to him, but I need to do something because he genuinely won it. You know, he won the giveaway, and I'm trying to figure out how to get something to him. So it's been on my mind for ages. I just haven't got there yet. So it's raining, David.
Yeah, let's get out.
Let's get out of it.
Yeah.
But no, guys, go check David out. Tree Change Farmer.
Tree Change
Tree Change
Farmer. I
Farmer.
think I maybe should change my name. Maybe should change it to Naked and Alone in the Forest or something.
Naked in Australia.
Naked
there we
in
go.
Australia.
Yeah, that would definitely
But
get.
that's on TV here, isn't it? No. Maybe.
No. Well, I don't watch TV, guys. I only watch you guys on YouTube. Because you guys are more important than the crap that's on the telly. But no, go check out David. Go check out Mike from Dynamite Diggers. Go check out Ian and Julie from Homesteading Uncontained.
Yeah.
Go check Jerry Bowmay,
Jerry.
Bigelow Woodcraft
Yeah.
out on YouTube. Go check everyone out on YouTube. Give them all some love. Give them, say David and Nick sent you over. I could go on with the people I watch. Yeah. It's just phenomenal. But yeah, thank you guys. David, thank you. And we'll see you all on the next video.
Okay, bye.
Ciao. Well, there we have it, guys. Special guest. I tell you what's going on with this channel. I've had Richard from Scotland. I've had Josh Ince from Norwood. I've had David from Tree Change Farmer. What is going on? But I tell you what is going on, guys. It's raining a little bit heavier than I'd like to work in at the moment. Typical when I've got so much to do, so much to split. I was just about to start and do the last cage, but you know, it's really got heavier with the rain, and it's so heavy in fact that see if you can pick up the stream here. That's actually making its way down through the wood yard. So if I leave it there long enough, you will see it meandering its way through the sawdust pile, through the ruts, all the way down to the lowest point, which is over here. At which point it'll get into the drainage ditch and off it goes, I hope. So, but yeah, it's proper chucking it down now, and I don't really want to work in it. I need to go get some firewood for home. That's dry by the way, not wet. And yeah, I'll just have to put the splitter away. But I've got some work to do with the tractor before I put it away. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cages to put inside the kiln container, because they've just took an absolute battering from the rain recently, and it's just no good. Can't sell wet firewood, guys. You know, contrary to what other people do, I do not sell wet firewood. Hence why we've put the kiln in place. So let's get cracking with doing that, and then we're done. So everybody, give love to David over at Tree Change Farmer. He's still can't believe he's over in the UK. I mean, what a terrible time to come as well. The weather is absolutely dreadful. It's coming through my spot like anyway. But yeah, give him some love. Give the other channels that we shout out. I'll put a link down in the description for their channels. But you know what, guys? If you're already following me, you're already following them. So yeah, thanks very much, and we'll see y'all on the next video. God knows where it'll be. Probably, I think, maybe we might be splitting the softwood down with the Bosworth log firewood processor, and we've got a lot to do there. We've got a couple of little modifications to put on first, but I think that's coming next. Oh, what an absolute day. It's dropping it down, guys. Right, from me to you, peace out, guys.